Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Oh, hello. Welcome to another Wicked Horror Show. It's Tuesday. I'm Kevin. And as always, I'm joined by Tony.
What is going on, people?
The 13th Wolfman.
Oh, everybody.
And we're joined again by Angel from That Strange Show.
Howdy, people.
He's only Angel by name. He's a real demon in real life.
Anyways, so yeah, we don't have any guests this week. I thought we did, but I was wrong.
Hey, I'm a guest.
Well, yeah, you're a guest in my heart.
No.
Anywho, so yeah, we're gonna talk some horror news, and we got some cons coming up. So if you're watching live, this is gonna pertain more to you, and if not, if you're listening to this next week, you missed out, you sucker, because it's this weekend. So Tony's got a con he's going to. Angel and I have a con that we're going to. And that's about that. And yeah, Wolfie, you found a couple stories as well. But what's going on with you guys? We haven't seen Wolfie in a little bit. Angel hasn't been on the show in a while. So what's going on with you guys?
I mean, last week I
spit it out.
Last week I was just my sleep pattern was way off. I was completely out of it. But I've been watching a lot of stuff, a lot of the horror stuff that I've been recording off of the DVR. And last night I watched Devil of Darkness, an old Hammer film.
Ooh, starring MC Hammer. Ooh.
Yeah.
Too legit to quit. Hey.
MC Hammer is a vampire. Yeah, there you go.
He doesn't fly after people. He just does that a whole side step.
Exactly.
By the way,
Genie pants and all.
Yeah, totally not to whatever. Just because on the subject of MC Hammer, I actually heard that he was a pretty big badass. I heard that he was a guy
tough guy.
Yeah, for
he's
real.
A priest. So
yeah.
Well, he's gonna beat the love of Jesus into you.
Let the power of Christ compel you.
That's right.
What's up, Sergio?
What up, Serge?
We gotta say hi to Justin. Justin said he's gonna be a guest in the chat.
Yeah, there you go.
What up? And then I saw someone else saying there, "Hi, I'm here."
What up,
Alfredo? What up, Alfredo?
Navarez. Cool.
Did you call me that for? All right. So, anyways, where did you see this? Where was this? Was this on VHS somewhere?
Yeah, it's on VHS. No, I recorded off. I recorded off of a cable a while back ago, and I just,
he's that guy.
So it is on VHS.
Oh, it's on DVR.
DVR. Oh,
what up,
wow.
Alfredo?
I've got something like 50 movies on DVR that and then the number will go substantially up. I'll just record a bunch of stuff, and then after a while, I'll just start watching them. And when I'm bored with that, I'll put something in the Blu-ray player, and
pornography. I get it.
I'm still trying to get through all the Blu-rays that I've had forever, from the last sale that Vinegar Syndrome did and Severin did and Black Friday. And
I was just talking to someone yesterday, my friend Mike, about Vinegar Syndrome and how he's obsessed with it. And they started putting out a bunch of action stuff, and he collects action movies as well. And he's been all over it.
See, the thing that I like Vinegar Syndrome for is their slip covers. I know Wolfie's not that big of a slipcover fan, but
no, just a second. I will say this. I mean, you're right.
Watch your mouth now.
No.
Take your words out of my fucking mouth. Sorry.
Tony's 100% right. I'm not a big slipcover fan, but I will give Vinegar Syndrome their kudos, man, because there's been a few that I've gotten because slipcover looks pretty awesome. That's Blood Games. That was my favorite one.
Their whole like because some of them they don't sell as quickly, so you could still get them with the slipcover. But there's a lot of titles that unless you're on the website those first couple days or even the first couple hours, there were some that sold out so quick. Like I just recently got the Drop Dead Fred one that they put out. So
Brother Max.
What up, Max?
What's going on, Max?
I don't know.
What up?
I don't know if I get it.
Where's Contact?
What about it?
Aliens, bro.
Star Trek.
Oh.
Well, the thing is that, and the other thing that Vinegar Syndrome is doing is that they're going back through their catalog because, I mean, I bought Graduation Day years ago.
Yeah.
And now they're releasing, you can just buy the slip for it, and
That's
so
neat.
they're like, oh, guess what? We have this really awesome film that we've had for a long time. And now we went out and made a nice slip for it. And so if you want to buy that and put it on your, you could do that.
How much do they sell them for?
Aren't the slips like $5?
$85.
Depending on because there was some that were like creeping up into like $10-15, but I think they're around that. Because you can like the Rad one that they have, like the slipcover alone is like almost $30. So
Max would like to have the slip for Tammy and the T-Rex.
I'd like to have the box set for Vice Squad.
It's glorious. That Tammy and the T-Rex Vinegar Syndrome release they did.
I felt like a real POS recently because when I was talking to my friend about it, I'm like, yeah, I've never bought anything from them.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. I just never have. And and also for Severin, I've never bought anything from them either. And I'm like, but most of my friends like jump all over these sales whenever they happen, but I don't know why I've never bought anything from them. And it's like not that there wasn't any titles. I think I just slowed down so much on buying physical media just because I was really legit going broke, and it was a way for me to cope with depression. Now I'm on meds, so now my way to cope on depression is 3D printing stuff that I don't need.
I get that. I get what you're saying, but there's times. I mean, honestly, that. I might just I've slowed down a lot too because I only buy like a Black Friday, and now it seems like whenever some of the boutiques are having sales,
Yeah.
And
there really isn't. You don't really, other than like the rare find that you find at like Dollar General or whatever it is that you go to, when you find like awesome releases for $1,
Yeah.
Other than that, so Sergio, we're just talking about stuff and things. That's what we're talking about.
And things, yeah. Got to remember the
stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
Yeah, we have a few things that we wanted to talk about, like some cons coming up, and there's some stories that Wolfie pulled from Bloody Disgusting, and we're going to talk about some of that stuff, and maybe get some opinions on some things. Is that okay?
Opinions.
Is that okay? What about you, Angel? What have you been up to?
Just crushing it, bro.
Oh, it's true. I know.
Nah, I've just been
like
busy with work and doing things. Busy. Yeah. NFT world and trying to get some stuff done with some writing. We got secret projects in the works, but we'll get there.
Yeah. And we're going to be at a con this weekend, right?
Yeah.
We're definitely going to be there. I haven't seen you in how many years in person?
Yeah, if everything works right.
Don't make me lug all this 3D printed crap there if you're not going to be there.
You're talking about Wicked, right? Wicked?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mandy's going to be there too.
Yes, exactly. That's one of the main reasons I'm going is to support. Because it's more of a Comic-Con than anything.
Yeah.
And it's
with the name Wicked, it sounds like it would be like a straight up like horror movie con.
Well, it's Wicked Comic-Con. It's in Boston.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like they use the word wicked every time. It's wicked horror.
It's like instead of like yeah. Have you noticed the name of our show?
Wicked.
So yeah, Wicked.
What's it called again?
Anyways, it's it's in Boston, so it's like Wicked Comic-Con, dude. Like if you go to Newbury Comics, which people may know from the Hatchet movies, if you're not from around the area, their slogan is for a wicked good time, stuff like that. But yeah, it's more so a Comic-Con, but like you said, she's got Mandy's got a booth where she's going to be doing makeups, and she's
live
I don't
makeup.
know if you guys know who this person is, but I'm a fan. She's going to be right next, like booth mates, like right next door to Ivy Doomkitty.
Yeah, that's right. Mandy's going to be at booth 205, I think. She said.
Yeah, there's
come on down.
So
I think Phil from Dark Discussions is coming through.
Yep.
And, so it should be a good time. She kills it.
I haven't seen him in a long time too.
So Brother Max pointed out that his last big purchase was for the Toulon trunk, the Puppet Master Toulon trunk.
There we go. That's a good.
They had that thing. They had that thing for like half price on Full Moon, and I was like, I have all the movies. Do I really need the trunk? I should have.
Well, the funny thing is that like not too long before he bought that, I'd say like a month or two before he bought that, I just bought the box set, the 12 movie box set from Full Moon. I think it was for like $70 or something like that. You know, I mean, when it broke down, it was like $7 a movie or something like that, less than that. I'm like, okay, I got that. I don't need the trunk. And then Brother Max pops up and goes, I got the trunk, man. I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know. So I finally watched them all, and dude, I got to give it to Full Moon because part 4, I was having problems watching part 4. I put part 4 in, and it started, and then it froze, and it started, and it froze, and I'm like, okay, this, I took it out. I tried it on a different player. I tried a bunch of stuff with it, and it wouldn't work. And so I got hold of Full Moon and said, I gave them the invoice number. I gave them my name. I told them what was going on. And they're like, wow, this is for part 4. I'm like, yeah. They go, we've been having problems with part 3. We didn't know about part 4. Like Champs, they sent out a replacement. They also sent out a replacement for part 3, which I didn't have problems with.
But now if you do, you'll have a backup.
Now if I do, I have it exactly. I have a backup, but I'm like, Full Moon, awesome customer service.
Oh, great.
It's good to hear. I mean, I've only bought like a bunch of their stuff at cons. Like I bought some from Charles Band, then I bought the Puppet Master, like the box, not the
That's the one I got, the box.
Yeah, and it's I think it's that one. I got that at a Comic-Con. It was actually at a Scaricon, I think the last Scaricon, and I got it for a steal. I think it was like $35.
You stole it? You stole it?
I didn't. My last name is Crook, but I'm not a thief.
I'm not a crook.
Oh,
actually,
like I said, their customer service is fucking awesome. So,
language.
Ooh, language. Come on.
Did you call him up and be like, I'm complaining about these Ginger Dead Man movies just because the quality of the movies are garbage?
Evil Bong, Evil Dead.
Those are staples, bro. In the film.
I thought they were movies,
man.
Did they do? Who did Killjoy?
That was them.
That was them.
Was it?
Yeah. I like like Castle Freak and stuff like that. Like that's a
Head of the Family.
Yeah, that was better than I thought it was going to be. Head of the Family was way better. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's weird. Like I look at them as like a also like Trauma kind of deal, but it's just different.
Yeah.
They're like, I think a little bit above, like that next step up.
Although I've been hearing pretty positive things about the new Shakespeare Shitstorm. I've heard some pretty good reviews. So I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, we also got that. The Toxie remake coming.
That's true. Yeah.
Dude, I sat through all 4 movies. Like Kevin knows about this. Like not too long ago, I sat through all 4 movies, and you get to part 4. I didn't even finish part 4.
Language.
That was so bad.
Simmer down. They're not all champions. Okay.
Nope.
Acquired taste.
Right. It's something where I don't know if you grew up, being obsessed. Like I wasn't obsessed with Toxic Avenger, but I enjoyed it. But
Trauma's War.
Stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. Like even
when I was growing up, I watched the cartoon first, so I had no idea it was a movie.
Did you see that they re-released the figures for the cartoon?
Yeah. Oh, did they?
Yeah, I was at my friend's work yesterday, Toy Vault, and they had like
Shout
the new
out.
stuff up. Yeah, that place is pretty sick. Let me tell you, I could go completely broke. As soon as you walk in, they had like, I don't know what release it was or who, like it was a Leatherface figure that was $189. They had like 4 different versions of like boxed Voltron figures. The cheapest one was $290 something. Yeah, for like the set. I was like, God damn it, this place is sick. But I'm like, get me out of here. I'm gonna lose my wife.
Trauma stuff was, I mean, back in the 80s, Trauma stuff was stuff that we would rent all the time on the weekends. Like I've said it before, Surf Nazis Must Die, which I finally got a copy of. They just put it out on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And many other staples, Mother's Day, Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High.
They also put out so much stuff that, I mean, I think this is where they probably get their they're garbage, because they release a lot of stuff that they just put their name on.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, at one point that's good because it does help some people get out there. Like they didn't have anything to do with the making of Cannibal the Musical, but they put it out.
They did. They
did that for a long time.
Yeah. It's like a distribution kind of deal. And that's where like the first, I remember seeing like a softcore porn on like Skinamax or something in the middle of the night when I was a kid, and it was starring Kevin Costner, called Sizzle Beach USA, and it was released by Troma. And I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, that was a same thing with Tourist Trap, which no one from Troma made Tourist Trap, but they were the ones that put it out. And
I just heard, and this is something that I made me think of Tony, like as soon as I heard about it, was I don't know, I think it might be Showtime or maybe it's Amazon or something, acquired the rights like to a film company or whatever, and all of their properties, and that includes Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So
I think
they're
that's
like,
Amazon.
They're like, maybe now they'll actually be like a series or something.
Who did it?
Who did what?
Who
bought all Amazon. I think it's
Amazon
that bought it. Bought all the stuff, but the Kyoto brothers are the ones that made Killer Clowns. So.
Yeah, but they bought like the rights to like whatever company owns the rights to Killer Clowns.
I think it was MGM, to be honest.
So Sergio's asking how old we are. The answer to that is very.
Sergio, come on.
I'm old.
Yeah, you never ask a lady her age, Sergio.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm 39, Sergio. 39.
And I'm not going to answer that question. And Wolfie's extra not going to answer that question.
I mean, I'll be nice. I'm in my 50s.
That's not too bad. That's 50 is the new 40, bro.
I'm kidding, Sergio. Simmer down. I'm just kidding. I'm harassing you. I said you never ask a woman her age. We're not women. I don't know if you noticed. Just because I got tits don't mean I'm a chick, Hey. So, did you look at? Sorry to get back, just jumping around. But
sorry to get back to the show.
Fucking hey, dude. No. Did you look at the like the guest list for the Wicked Comic-Con?
I didn't.
No.
Let's
it's like legit.
Let's bring that up.
All right, simmer down.
Bring it up. You brought it up. Bring it up.
What part of bring it up don't you understand?
Wicked. There we go.
All right. So it's mostly comic book creators, but
yeah. Ooh,
a lot of artists.
At least I see someone I recognize already. Simon Bisley.
Oh, from with Lobo.
Yep. There we go. Arkham Manor. Jeff Deckall.
Preacher, Dead or Alive. I don't know. There's a lot of people who hated the Preacher series. I actually really liked it. Like not the comic. I haven't read the comic. But
I didn't hate it. I just had a hard time getting into it. I watched like the first season and just.
Well, you're wrong. This is cool. Old school GI Joe. This is how old school it is. It's 60 cents for the comic.
Hey, Larry Hama. Yep.
Some old Daredevil.
We got some Ken Lashley. Shout out to him. He's fucking dope.
Beep boop bop. Ash & Thorn. Spider-Man 2029. I remember when that came out. I was all excited, and then I hated it.
Right? You didn't like it?
No.
You don't like that? Oh, never mind.
I thought it was cool when there was a lot of comics that were doing the whole 2099 thing. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sean McManus.
The Green Lantern Silver Surferman over here.
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman's going to be there signing her comic book. Young Hellboy.
Sean G. Murphy.
Batman and the White Knight.
That's a new one that just came out. Pick that up.
Ooh, whatchamacallit from what is it? Janika?
Janika. Yeah.
Oh, I saw some other really cool figures at Toy Vault. They were Universal Monster Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like crossovers. So there was a Frankenstein. I was like, ugh, but it was like $34. I'm like,
oh, that was cheap. I saw it for $60.
Like out of the old collection or the new?
New.
They had like what was it? I think Leonardo was.
They're like this
Wolfman
big.
Yeah,
no,
they're pretty chunky.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
They're big.
Oh, okay.
It's not the little toys. I have some of those. The old flat top.
This is cool. The 30 Days a Night artist.
That's actually pretty cool. Yeah.
Star Trek Mirror War. Max, look out. Oh, Max has that figure. You son of a bitch.
How much did you pay for it?
How much you pay for it, Max? You probably paid like $14 when it first came out.
Max is like me. Max is he's the kind of person.
He's an elderly man in Washington State. Sorry.
Watch your mouth.
The 501st Star Wars cosplay guys are going to be there.
Yeah, those
There's
guys.
Ivy Doom Kitty right here. Ivy Doom Kitty.
Right. Yeah, who's this guy? Alizar.
I've seen him. He's
Penguin.
Yeah, I've seen him. Well, he does a bunch of different things. But yeah, I've seen him as the Penguin before. Oh, look who that is, Mandy.
Oh, hey.
Mandy Strange. Massachusetts Ghostbusters. You have a couple of these other peoples. Real life Peter Griffin's going to be there.
Yeah, he is.
Is that the same dude though?
Rhode Island's Peter Griffin. I don't know. You got.
Oh, that's not the same dude. That's not him.
No.
Nope. That's not the same dude that we know.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, I'll still.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Zombie Leader. I was like, who is Wolverine? Who is? Because when you had it down, it looked like Wolverine. I only saw 3 claws, but
yeah.
I like
that. Bob Ross with Freddy Krueger thing.
Yeah. And he's got a bunch of different characters. It's kind of like with R.W. Martin, where like the first time I met R.W., it was just ridiculous with the amount.
Brother Max paid $35.
Okay, so it's still around the same price. That I don't know if you have a Toy Vault in your area, Angel. I don't know. I think they're kind of local.
I have a zombie hideout.
Okay, but yeah, it's pretty sick. But yeah, so Tony, you're going.
We got 50-cent comic books. I just went on Saturday and got a rack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, this place has everything from like horror to like, sports cards and like it's got everything. They had a bunch of like the kind of like the reaction figures, but they were reaction figures from like album covers. So they had like whatchamacallit, they had like Iron Maiden album cover stuff. They had like Ghost. They had it was pretty neat. So Sergio's asking if we saw Return of the Living Dead Part 2 from 1985.
Yes, sir.
Part 2, I think, came out in 86 or 87.
Oh, snap, Sergio. Someone's testing your knowledge.
Well, Return of the Living Dead came out in 84. I doubt I just can't see them rushing a
spectacular classic film like Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
It's kind of funny because the first Return of the Living Dead came out the same year that Day of the Dead came out, and Day of the Dead suffered because everybody liked the comedy of Return of the Living Dead. But I love Day of the Dead.
They're both great films, but
yeah,
one's like you said, comedic. The other one has a more serious tone. It all depends how you like your zombies served up.
It all depends on what mood you're in.
Sergio said 85. You said 86. Wikipedia saying 88.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was. Well, I knew it was later than 85.
I'll tell you what, guys, cut it in half and double it.
There you go.
Okay, sounds good to me.
2012.
Yeah. So yeah, we've all seen it. Now what, Sergio?
Did you like it?
He's like, did you see this? I hated it.
It was kind of bizarre the fact that James Karen and the other main lead from the original, Tom Matthews, were both in it playing different characters than they were in the first movie. You know,
that's how they did it. That's how they did it back then.
Well, that's how they did it for them. Yeah.
Like, you already know zombies, right? Come act scared over here.
What about, did you see the first one, Sergio? Because I 3D printed a Tarman in his little bucket of booze.
Where I thought you were going with that. I 3D printed. I thought you were going to say I 3D printed trash naked in the cemetery.
3D printed Linnea Quigley.
Not yet. You? Not yet.
Yeah, what am I? You? So there's a Tarman. It's a little figure, and it's
trioxin.
He's in the thing. And you can see his little face.
Well,
and here's the cool thing: is this whole thing printed sitting down in one piece? Like it was like this when it printed. I have shakes.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. So like the bottom of his legs are flat, and like his fists are flat because the way that it prints. But it prints all in one piece, so you don't have to. You just take it off the build plate, and his legs and arms are already connected.
That works.
Nice. Very
Sergio, you didn't see the first one, Sergio? Come on, dude. That's the first one.
As you got home, you got homework, Tony. You got to let him borrow the movie if you don't got it.
He's like, no.
You got to see the first one, and you got to see the third one because that's got Melinda Clarke in it.
Third one.
It's got Belinda Carlisle in it. Sorry.
The third one is great. I love it.
So Tony, you have a con that you're going to this weekend. So if you want to stalk Tony, he'll be at the New Jersey Horror Con
in Atlantic City, New Jersey, at the Showboat Casino. That is no longer a casino. It's just like that's where they bring all the stuff. But
so you have more guests that are in my neck of the woods. Yeah. So Christy Swanson from
that's my number one get.
I like how they put Showboat right next to her head.
Yeah. They do it on all of them.
Do they?
There's this dude from The Walking Dead, and I had no idea that he was the one that was Red Skull.
The second time.
The second time?
Yeah, the first time it was Mr. Anderson, whatever his name is.
It was Red Skull. God, who was it?
He was in The Matrix. He played one of the agents.
Yeah.
Also, Lord of the Rings. He was the guy with the pointy ears.
He was Gandalf.
Yes. So Ian McKellen. Yes.
I don't know who this lady is. I stopped watching Walking Dead at that point.
Says it right there, Paola Lazaro.
I know, but I'm saying I
related to Robert Lazaro.
Yeah, because all the people with their last name Lazaro is related.
Well, no,
Barry Bostwick.
Oh hell yeah!
If you know who Robert Lazaro is, if you see him, he's like super tatted, and he's like he always plays like pretty much the same character in all the movies. But yeah, Barry Bostwick, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, and I just didn't want to do it. It was at Scarecon, New York, and they were doing a performance, a Rocky Horror performance, and I was supposed to introduce Barry Bostwick. Like I was supposed to make the announcement and introduce him in front of this whole place full of people. And I'm like, do I really need to do that? Everyone knows who Barry Bostwick is.
Yeah.
I'm like, all you have to do is walk out and they're going to flip out. And I went up to him like, do you really need me to do that? I'm like, I really think it would be cooler if you just walked right out and people would flip out. He's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then he did. And he was pretty nice. Yeah, he was pretty nice. But I could have introduced him and I chose not to.
It's okay.
He's the former mayor of New York.
They're like, listen, bro, I know who you are. You don't need me to be.
Everyone here, they're here to see you. Obviously, they're there to watch Rocky Horror. They're here because you're also here. But yeah, so but he was very nice when I talked to him. Butch Patrick.
Hey, I've seen him.
He's doesn't Deadly Grounds have a Butch Patrick blend?
I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, Spin City was a good time. But yeah, I don't know if I've seen him at a con. I don't know. But the original Dragula is also going to be there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wolfie's like, oh snap! I would have stolen it.
Yeah,
I would. So Tony, you should go up and ask, what he thinks of the new remake coming out, and if he's,
Rob Zombies,
and if he's gonna maybe do a cameo or something. That'd be cool. That would be cool if Rob Zombie did that, like had him.
So far, I haven't heard anything about the Munsters having kids in this remake. I mean, I just saw a thing today where they're talking about the cast and who's going to play what, but I haven't seen anything about Eddie or Marilyn being in it. You know, JJ Friend.
Yeah, the bass player from not the bass player. The bass player's right here. Bass player's right here as well. Wow. So they're both going to be there.
Animal Mendoza.
Yeah. JJ Frenchie. That's cool.
Yeah.
Catherine Mary Stewart. Comments. There we go.
And Weekend at Bernie's.
Kelly Maroney.
Fast Times. Shopping Mall.
That'd be my number one.
Well, if he's like,
dude.
Mark Patton. Hell yeah.
Yeah. He's awesome. We've been at a few cons that he's been at. Kim Myers. From Seinfeld, a show I've never watched.
No doubt.
I don't know why the theme song, but Tony Moran is going to be there. We've seen him at many cons. Patty Mullen from Frankenhooker. I've seen her at some cons too. I want to say it was ScareCon New York. She was at. Sandy Johnson from Halloween.
I like that mask.
Here's the cool shit too. Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy the Mail Girl are both going to be there.
Oh hell yeah!
Corey Glover from Living Color is going to be there. You should ask him if he's going to wear his like wetsuit.
You should ask him if he's Donald Glover's son.
He's not.
I know. That's the one question he gets asked all the time, and it just drives him nuts.
Living Color is like my friend Matt, one of his favorite bands ever, and he's got to like they know him by name now. Like Vernon Reid was like his favorite guitar player for like ever, and Vernon Reid knows him by name.
Oh, wow.
Imagine that growing up being like super influenced as a guitar player, by this dude, and now he's like, oh, hey, what's up, Matt? Yeah. Alex Vincent.
Wow, yeah, we met him. We interviewed him one time.
Christine Elise.
Yeah.
Yep. I see posts with them all the time. Like they're constantly doing shows together, obviously.
It's smart. It's smart.
It totally is. And plus she's been in so many other things too. Like we know her mostly from that. My wife's like, what? That's the lady from 90210.
Yeah, she was Emily Valentine on 90210.
Yeah,
Sheridan.
The last couple times because they were at Monster Mania the one time and New Jersey HorrorCon, and they always have the tables right next to each other.
Yeah. David Sheridan, who's awesome.
Doofy.
I don't think I've ever met him in person.
I haven't either. The last time he was there, and he was booked, but he didn't show.
Oh, well, hopefully he'll be there this time. You can get a Doofy photo op. What's up, Ghostface Killer? And I've seen those photo ops. There's some of them where he has the vacuum in his pants and everything. Pretty awesome.
Hey,
Felissa Rose, the awesome Felissa Rose is going to be there. The nicest person ever.
Shout out.
Yeah. Nicest person ever to meet at a con. Ginger Lynn Allen is going to be there.
Oh, wow.
Kathy Moriarty.
Yep.
Kindergarten Cop. Hell yeah.
Raging
Vernon
Bull.
Wells. Hell yeah.
Yep. Vernon Wells is going to be there. And you can get a Mad Max in costume photo op.
That would be cool.
What?
Angel's like, let's skip the one in Boston and drive to Atlantic City.
Jennifer Banco.
Vernon Wells has been in everything, though. I mean,
Eileen, her eyes so pretty. Remember that from The Crow?
Yes.
Yeah. Christina Klebe. Wow, that's what he looks like now?
Huh?
Whit Hertford, that's what he looks like now?
Oh, yeah. He looks exactly the same, just an adult version.
Yeah.
Like he just looks like they put old age makeup, and he's not even that old.
No.
Yeah, he looks the same. That's crazy. Good for him.
Yeah.
Beatrice
Bopel?
Bopel.
Oh, snap. She was in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, she was Amanda Kruger, bro.
Sweet. Lynn Lowry, who's awesome.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Just letting you know. Lar Park Lincoln.
All right.
You're going to go broke, Tony.
America.
That's what I said. This one is because they put out the amounts for each table too.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is going to be the most expensive one that I've ever gone to. So
Tony, you only live once.
that's what that's what my buddy says. He's like, some people you just never know if they're going to, be back or if they.
That's the thing. All I gotta say is there's been more than once that I've been like, I'll just grab them next time, and then that person is no longer with us.
Yeah.
Like legit. Like it was like one of the last cons that Roddy Piper had done, and he was there. He looked great. I was like, he looks amazing. I'll get him next time, and then he died.
Yep.
So Brother Max states in a couple of weeks he has the Indiana Comic-Con.
He won't be able to
go.
Oh snap! Anyways, John Russo, who we've had on the show, he's also very nice, and Father Evil, who's also the man. I have two different Deadly Grounds ads, and one of them is by Father Evil, and the other one is the zombie one.
And the thing is, with him, he has this other guy, which I'm surprised it's not on here, but it's like Jesus. The guy dresses up as Jesus, and they both have this like a table together kind of deal.
Huh.
Interesting.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a cosplayer. Oh Jesus! These are the dudes that are all over TikTok and shit.
What is that?
Like, go get these are they had they had a shout out from Jack Black and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually very talented, extremely talented.
I didn't even realize that. They have to go check them out.
I recognize them because of the lead singer, who's amazing. He's great.
Yeah, he's good.
American Grimm is going to be there.
Yeah.
South Jersey Jason.
Hey, that's a mouthful, my friend.
I'm just saying. It's that's pretty cool though. Like he raises money for autism and stuff like that.
But then the other thing is not so much at Monster Mania, but at New Jersey Horror Con. The last time we went, there was they changed it. We went the one time and it was in this one gigantic ballroom type deal. Then they actually put it out on the floor. I guess that's where they used to have all the slot machines and stuff. So they moved it onto that. But then there was this other little room that they had for all they had viewings of horror movies and stuff, either shorts or whatever. And that room was dedicated to they all had tables and stuff. So I bought a whole bunch of stuff from there. It was cool.
I do have to say, I'm very jealous if you decide to stick around. There is a midnight screening of Shakespeare Shitstorm one of the days.
Tony, I hope you called out the next day.
Don't say anything. Sergio's in the chat. He'll tell on him. But yeah,
you look sick.
Yeah.
HorrorCon Film weekend.
Fest. Tony's always Film Fest. This is Film Fest alone. Looks pretty sick. To be honest with you, I'm just going to share this. I'm not going to go through all the titles, but on Friday these are all the titles. Saturday, look at all the stuff that's going on Sunday. And there's Saturday APN screening room. There's Jack B. Nimble, and then midnight showing is Shakespeare Shitstorm.
Ooh, Saturday. That's a Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, you got Sunday off.
Well, look at Wild Eye Releasings.
There you go.
I got a feeling you're not going to see much of Angel on Saturday. He's like, dude, I was there, but I got lost on the way.
Why did he turn into Cheech Marin when you were doing the imitation of him?
That's what I do. That's what I do.
That's what you do. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these things. I would probably be more apt to go if Atlantic City wasn't such a shitty drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 hours from us, so it'll probably be
it's 6 hours.
6 hours for you.
Yeah, 6 hours. I've done it.
Sergio, you didn't say anything bad. I was just pointing out that we're saying Tony should call out, but you work with Tony. So
tell his boss.
Yeah, you'll tell him.
Tony will not be into work all weekend.
Yeah.
Did you go to Friday the 13th camp?
Not on purpose.
Went to camp, but it wasn't Friday the 13th.
Well, no, there's the camp
been there before.
Yeah,
Nobi Bosco is in New Jersey.
So yeah, Wolfie, you had a couple. Well, anyways, first off, Tony, have a good time.
Thank you.
Spend all of your money.
Yeah, this one's definitely going to be, the biggest one, and then Chiller at the end of the month has some pretty big people as well. Like, what do you want to call it? The Back to the Future reunion, and then the other one I wanted was Christina Ricci. So she was the other big name there. I didn't see too many people I wanted at Chiller, but we're gonna go. But I might save a few bucks there because not many people caught my interest. But it seems like they have a whole bunch of people there too.
Sergio is saying have Tony be good.
Why?
Be good, Tony.
Be good. Don't get yourself arrested again.
Tony,
say that.
Yeah, no, Tony.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Do everything that I would.
Yeah.
That'll keep you all the way out of trouble.
I was just going to reference something that happened at Scaricon, but I'm not going to. You know what I'm talking about, Angel?
Yeah, we know.
Oh, yeah. So anyways, so yeah, Wolfie, you pulled up a couple of stories, nothing too crazy. One of them, I don't know if anyone's had a chance to check this out yet, but Bill Moseley's got a new album out.
What?
New Spider Mountain album, Devil Rides West. I don't know if any of you guys have ever checked out his other music.
No,
I haven't. That's why
he did an album or two with Buckethead called Corn Bugs.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he also did a Bill and Phil album with him and Phil Anselmo from Pantera.
Interesting.
Yeah. And now he's got this other one. I listened to it. This is it's a lot of spoken word with jazz and blues kind of stuff.
Okay, see, I was wondering where this was gonna go because for some reason in the back of my head I'm going, oh, I could see Bill Moseley doing a kind of a Allman Brothers type of thing, And so
I can tell you, Corn Bugs is the one he did with Buckethead is very bizarre, very primacy, but it's just not. It's not very well. It's not very well produced. It's kind of uncomfortable. And I haven't heard Bill and Phil, and this one is definitely weird. And this one, same deal. I'm not putting anything down, but the mix is weird. His vocals are way louder than the music. But still, that's the thing is he sells the albums at cons and stuff, so you can get an album. I was gonna buy the Bill and Phil like on vinyl from him at Rock and Shock one year, and I was like, I'll be right back, and then he sold it before I could get back to him. I'm like, God damn it! He's
one
like, I'm
of the
out of them.
nicest guys I ever met.
Oh yeah, that's the last Rock and Shock that there was. We by the way, this is all on Spotify right now. You can listen to this album on Spotify as we speak. Well, wait till the show's over. But the last time I saw him at Rock and Shock, he was unloading a car by the loading area. I walked by and I was like, "Hey, Bill." And he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Not bad. You need help with anything?" He's like, "Yeah, a little bit." And I just helped him bring some stuff in. But I've only talked to the guy once or twice, and he treated me like we were old friends. I'm positive he didn't remember me, but obviously I knew who he was. So he's just he's a fan. That's cool,
Yeah.
He's just very nice.
I met him at Crypticon, and I was talking to Debbie Rashawn, and he comes walking over, and he's standing there, and I'm like, oh man. I look over and it's Bill Moseley. I'm thinking he must want to say something, say something to her, something important, they're gonna be starting a movie or something together. So I'm like, I'm sorry, you might want to talk to her. He goes, oh no, that's good. He goes, that's fine. He goes, everything's okay. I go, dude, you're Bill Moseley. He goes, I am. I'm just kind of like, yeah. I thought it was the coolest thing. That was the same one that Sid Haig was at. I never got a chance to meet Sid Haig because that line was just crazy.
So
long.
see, there's an example right there, Tony. You don't want to pass up, some of these people, especially the older ones. They don't even have to be older.
No,
stuff just happens, unfortunately.
People dying every day.
Yep. So just keep that in mind. You know, there's a few I definitely wish I could have shaken their hand and like, because that's the thing is like,
even just
you have a
hey,
connection
how
to
you
them.
doing?
Right.
How you doing? How you doing?
That's why I like Christy Swanson is my number, because I grew up with not only, I mean, the first one I saw with her, and it was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but then it was like Deadly Friend, and then it was Flowers in the Attic, and it was I don't think I've ever seen that one, but then I had what's it called? She was in Big Daddy.
Yep.
Wasn't she a Mannequin?
Well, Mannequin was filmed at Woolworth.
Two.
Boys to Men.
Oh yeah. I think she was a Mannequin too.
Sorry, I have that song "Spirit of '76" stuck in my head now. Thanks. They reference Mannequin in that song. It's a Ween song.
That's my thought on Kelly Maroney, man. I mean, I get what you're saying. It's like with Kelly Maroney's like that with me. It's like she was first in, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and then Choppy Mall and Night of the Comet, and I was just kind of like, damn, that would be my number one get. That's why.
That's the thing is like so Angel, we've definitely done our fair of cons in the Massachusetts area. That's a pretty stacked con right there. The one in New Jersey. It's pretty crazy. Like
you're gonna have a good time, Tony.
Yeah, but that's the thing is I'm jealous because they would always get like a good handful of like awesome guests, but there's like so many at this one.
Well, listen, we're coming off of 2 years of nothingness.
Yeah.
So people are ready to. Oh yeah, I'll do it. Jersey.
Plus it's also not Halloween yet, so these people aren't all booked up right now. So it's pretty smart. Hopefully, when that what was the other the one that we were just like
Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked. Was it Wicked?
Comic-Con.
No, not that one. The one that Manny was just at.
Oh, the Monster Expo.
The Monster, Monster with an H Expo. Monster. So they're doing the halfway to Halloween con as well.
They just did it, I think, this weekend. They just passed.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Brother Max says Yaphet Kotto was at
shit.
horror convention and totally regret not getting his autograph. Yeah, I would too, man. Yaphet Kotto is another one of those guys that's been in everything. I mean, he's
everything.
He was in Purple Rain, dude.
Yeah,
you're in Purple Rain. Sergio's trying to kick us off the internet. I just want to let you guys know.
Wow, what's he saying?
Guys, I think it's time to go now.
No, we got another 14 minutes, so deal with it.
Slim it down, Serge. If you have somewhere to be,
I think Sergio's trying to go to bed.
Yeah, but Sergio, I wouldn't be offended if you need to take off.
Like
I'm just saying.
Last New Jersey Horror Con is when I first met Felissa. She was there, and Damien Maffei was there. Alex Vincent was there. Like they've been getting some pretty big names to go there. Like the last couple times I went. So
yeah. So there was another story that you shared, Wolfie from Bloody Disgusting. It's 5 more underseen 80s horror movies to stream this week.
Yeah.
So this is a weird list. I haven't read all of them.
Okay, that's why I.
First off, you're welcomed by this image.
I was kind of curious on how many because I know for a fact that
let me see.
I own 3 of these and I've seen them all.
So this is this like a caveman vampire dude, or who is this guy?
It looks like a werewolf.
Yeah.
It looks like a caveman vampire. A cave pyre.
Cave buyer.
So Siege, which is on Shudder.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this movie.
Me neither.
Give us a quick synopsis, Wolfie.
Actually, I think
so. Now you're changing your story, aren't you?
Well,
no,
Wolfie?
Now that I asked you, he's like, let me read real quick. All right.
No, I think this is being put out by Vinegar Syndrome. Going back to that story.
Oh. Well, this is on Shudder and AMC Plus currently. Currently, Lady in White, which is on HBO Max.
I like that one.
When is this one from? Because this kid's from stuff, right?
Lady in White is
Lady in White.
Yeah, you're talking about Lucas Haas.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's from The Cure.
Bunch of
it's
shit.
Actually out of print. The
You're out of print.
Screen Factory edition of it.
I'll show you how to print.
You want to be out of print yourself? Don't make Sergio make us get off the internet. I'll have him do it. But yeah, this dude is very familiar. I don't know why.
Lucas
What is he from?
Like Angel said, he was one of those kids that were like, he was like in tons of movies in the 90s.
My name is Lucas.
I'll tell you who he is. Lucas Haas. He was born in April 16th, 1976.
Oh, that's why. I don't.
Yeah,
that doesn't help me at all.
So we've seen him in Testament. We've seen him in Witness.
He was in the band Testament.
Yes. Lady in White. Let's see.
I've heard of that movie.
Leap of Faith. You know Leap of Faith.
The comedy.
Yeah. He says Mars Attacks. He was the kid with the long hair.
Okay. I love that movie.
Running Free. He played himself in Zoolander.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was in Dingleberry.
Oh, so was I. Oh no, I have dingleberries. That's what I was trying to get.
He was in Alpha Dog. Great movie.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Inception. He was Nash in that.
Nash Bridges.
Dark Was the Night. That was a good movie, independent film. Have you guys seen that yet? With Kevin Durant, Lucas Haas, and Bianca Cage?
Nope.
It's good. You should watch it.
I will.
I'll
put it on my ever expanding list. So that's where we know him from. A bunch of
and the Revenant with Leo DiCap.
Oh, that movie is sick. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Cemetery of Terror, which is streaming now on Tubi, and this
Dude,
is
now that's an awesome movie.
Is that the Italian joint? Yeah.
No, this is the Spanish film.
The Spanish one.
Yeah, this is an awesome movie. I picked this up last year, and I'm like, okay, Spanish horror. You know, these kids sneak out on Halloween night. They don't really have to sneak out, but they tell their parents that they're going trick or treating. When what they really do is they go hang out at the cemetery, and creepy ass shit happens. That's all I want to say. I want people to experience this film because it's
free on Tubi right now. So yeah,
this is an awesome film.
You can watch it with commercials, so that's cool.
Oh, we got Hugo Stiglitz as the
Hugo Stiglitz. Yeah, that was the main reason I grabbed it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great last name, Stiglitz.
Yeah, from
Excuse me,
City of the Living Dead.
The Caller, which is also on Tubi.
Yeah,
I think that was put out by Vinegar Syndrome.
That's Madeline Smith Osborne, right?
Yeah. Yes, and Malcolm McDowell.
Oh,
the guy that let a Playboy playmate cut in line in front of me and my niece, and then pointed out, "Sorry, she was in Playboy." And I'm like, "Now you get to talk to me." It's about a step down, isn't it? And he started laughing at me.
Yeah, but Vinegar Syndrome put that out.
Nice. Yeah. And then this one, Vamp, which is it's an Arrow, like Arrow's got it on their streaming service. Plus, it's on Plex and Tubi. So Plex and Tubi.
It was weird.
Yeah, this is one of the weirdest vampire films ever. That's Grace Jones. It's 1986. This movie felt so experimental when it came out.
Well, it's got Grace Jones in it, and she was a weirdo.
Yeah,
like she used to date David Bowie and stuff, which is, I mean, that's
she also dated Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Well, can't whatever. So yeah, that's that. So I haven't really heard of any of them. This image is very familiar to me in Vamp.
Yeah.
I haven't, and the cover art got me. I'm like, I want to check this one out. I watch it. I'm like, the hell am I watching?
It's one of those movies that they really sell you with the poster, and then so there's a lot of stuff that's on here that's free to watch.
Honestly, if I could recommend one for all you guys to watch, it's
that Cemetery.
Cemetery of Terror, dude.
Yeah,
Cemetery Gates.
That was such a good time. So after I bought that and I watched it, I'm like, okay, well, next time during Black Friday, I went back to Vinegar Syndrome. I'm like, okay, I need to pick up the other movie also put out by the same guy. And
that's on Shudder as well, right?
Is it
the same guy? Yeah. I think they just commented on, like, they said that it's his other influential movie, and they said what it was. I clicked off the screen.
Okay.
Well, there's a Cursed Films 2 coming out.
Yeah, there's a Cursed Films 2.
That's cool.
Wizard of Oz.
Is that going to be in it?
I think so. I think that the girl, her story.
Oh, what's
The
her
girl,
face?
Judy Garland.
Yeah.
the girl.
Girl. What do you want? Did she smoke
Hey,
like 2
just
packs of
because
cigarettes a day?
we
and like,
weren't. She was like,
she was an alcoholic.
well, yeah,
that.
it was like what Drew Barrymore ended up becoming after
Yeah.
ET. It was like the same thing. They were just,
the
exposed to
difference
things way
between
too young.
the difference between Drew Barrymore and Judy Garland is the fact that Drew Barrymore's mom used to take her. She was like 6 years old. Her mom would take her to Club 54.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "Oh, you want a drink, Drew? Here you go. You want to snort some cocaine off this hooker's ass? Here you go." It's like,
you want to be the hooker next time? There
exactly.
you go.
I mean, her mom wasn't the best, and Drew Barrymore's come out and said that her mom wasn't the best.
Oh yeah,
on her,
Oh yeah, but she was a mess for a while, but she cleaned herself up.
Yeah,
she married Tom Green, and then they got divorced, and she's really cleaned up her stuff.
Yeah,
wasn't she married to Tom Green?
She married him for like a minute.
Oh wow, I
think that was around the time he had to have a testicle removed. Yeah,
that's when he had a show on MTV. I know that.
Yeah,
at the height of his careers,
pretty much. Speaking of old MTV shows that whatever, I do recommend East 50. Oh yeah, okay. So Bill's in the chat room and he's saying
what
East
up?
57 farts, everyone.
Hey, so who's that? Who's VB?
So that's Violence Buffet. That's a new show that I have with the other guys that we used to be Secret Underground Hideout, and now we're just doing Violence Buffet.
Yeah, when am I
coming on?
First
episode is out. Whenever you want, just yell at Bill. We'll figure it out. Actually, it'd be cool to like have you pick a movie.
All right.
And he also said very boner, apparently.
Yeah, BB. That's me
what
every
BB
morning.
stands for. Okay.
Yeah.
Boner.
No, but boner. So the first episode is out of that. So if you it's one of those things where we just try to find the most violent or ridiculous scenes from a movie, and we'll play them. And we, like myself, Bill, and our friend Scott, we've seen like almost everything. So we're not very jaded. We're not very like disgusted by these things. But Spada, on the other hand, has seen nothing. And I was very proud that he had to close his eyes during American Guinea Pig Song of Solomon. I was very happy.
It's not even the scene that we thought it was going to be.
I thought it was going to be like when she was vomiting up all of her innards and then eating them again. But it was the breaking of the arms in the bed. That's what got him. But anyways, no,
isn't he a wrestler?
He's into wrestling, yeah.
No, he's not a wrestler though.
No.
Oh, I thought he was a wrestler.
No. Around Charlie's Angels. I'm not. What's the reference? Ghost Hunters, the TV show. Is that what you're talking about, Sergio? Like with Jay Haas?
Yeah, we saw it.
Not only did we see it, Jay Haas has been on the show.
Yeah.
You started watching way too late. Jay Haas was on the show, Sergio. Anyways, I think you've asked us that before, and I told you the same thing. So yes, we've watched the show. I love it. I haven't been watching the new ones because I don't have that streaming service. I don't want to pay for it. But anyways, it's about that time now, Sergio. So
hey, I wanted to say. Oh
yeah. Cool, it was around the time of Charlie's Angels. That's what he meant. That's when
Drew
Barrymore married Tom Green.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, the new Jackass movie, well worth a watch. Even if you're not a huge Jackass fan, I think it's the best Jackass movie out of all of them.
No,
and there's some new people in it, including a female.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good time.
I know who the female. I mean, they were interviewing her on a few things I've seen.
Yeah.
She
did a thing where she was doing like it was like a scorpion Botox. So instead of getting Botox in her lips, they were just letting scorpions like sting her in the lips and the chin and everything like that.
No.
And it was funny because it fell down onto her boob. She's like, "Oh, get it off me." He's like, "I have to ask you for your permission. But we're in, I don't want to get canceled." And he's just like, "You have my permission." That was pretty funny. And then there's a really big dude who's kind of like the new Preston, but he's like, he doesn't complain at all. He's brutal. He's in a bunch of videos. There's like a 4-degree separation kind of deal. Like Bill worked with a guy who owns Meth Syndicate, who's been in videos with this other dude who has this guy in his videos too. It's like this weird connection.
Sean Barrett.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyways, I recommend it if you haven't seen it. So now that that's being said and done, Angel, where can people find you?
You can find me along with Mandy and Ryan on That Strange Show on Spotify and also on the Dorkening Podcast Network. And then don't forget, Mandy will be at the convention this weekend.
Wicked Comic Con.
Yeah,
Wicked Horror Show.
We're gonna change Sergio's name to Big Ben. He just let us know when it was 10. Yeah. What's up,
But yeah,
Ben?
yeah, and then just hanging out all the time.
And your 200th episode is going to be coming out at some point.
Some point. Very busy over here, but I'm
200th episode. Someone was on it as a guest. This guy. And I do have to say, I talked to Bill, and like they complain sometimes that we record too long. I'm like, you have no idea.
No. I think it was the next day before we finished that episode.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, we started Saturday night and we ended Sunday morning.
We started at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we ended at 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday.
Yeah, but most of that was fucking, chilling.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was just hanging out. It was a good time. It was a good time, for sure. But I haven't done that when Leo and I first started. We would do 5-hour shows sometimes.
Oh,
it was ridiculous. Live 5-hour shows. So yeah, Wolfie, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube, The 13th Wolfman, Twitter at The 13th Wolfman, Tumblr, 13th Wolfman, The Prowl.
Wow.
Doing the Wicked Horror Wicked Horror reviews with Kev, doing the Wicked Horror Show twice a month. Always check out my YouTube. I'm throwing something new up all the time.
Throwing something new up.
Yeah. What's up, Chuck? What about you, Tony?
You can find me at Tony Has Nine Fingers on YouTube, where I do movie reviews, unboxings, anything movie related you'll find there. Tony Has Nine Fingers on Twitter. Tony Has Nine Fingers on TikTok, where I do not twerk or anything like that. I actually got 10,000 followers now on there.
Holy shit.
Where?
Twerking?
On TikTok.
I'm twerking on TikTok.
Like, I don't twerk. I don't twerk. I do show my asshole, but I don't twerk.
Bro, you about to start getting paid soon.
Tony's Movies on Instagram. And check out the Wicked Horror Show every Tuesday night, whether we have a guest or stuff like that. And the Wicked Horror Show Instagram, where you could see previous guests or upcoming guests and stuff like that.
Nice.
Kevin?
Well, for real, congrats. That's huge. 10,000. Oh,
10,000.
Tony,
10,000.
He's
Where'd you
extremely
get
jealous.
that thing?
Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I
I know. You can find me A Knuckle on Instagram. Besides doing Wicked Horror Show and doing the reviews with Wolfie over on the audio side, I'm also part of Black and White Fright and now Violence Buffet. That Violence Buffet is on YouTube, and Black and White Fright is an audio podcast where we talk about classic horror movies. And our lowest rated movie yet was a suggestion by the 13th Wolfman. And that was A Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory.
Oh,
and,
I heard about that.
It was bullshit. So anyways,
I'm glad that I can help.
A one all the way around. But then you suggested another one. I didn't tell him it was you until afterwards, and it got a really high rating. So you had some redemption. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching / listening, everyone. And if you're going to be at Wicked Comic Con this weekend, stop by, say hi to Mandy. Maybe you'll run into me and Angel and
Or
Phil.
New Jersey Horror Con.
If you're going to be at New Jersey Horror Con, good luck.
Yeah,
I'll prowl when I want to prowl there, Bill.
Yeah. Still no prowling allowed. He lost his prowling privileges because of that. I forgot about that. But anyways, if you run into Tony at New Jersey Horror Con, let him borrow some money.
Yeah, you're going to need it, bro. I hope you got your tax return.
Oh, snap. Anyways, thanks for, bye.